Two Words Publishing presents Escape from Reason, written by Francis A. Schaeffer, narrated by Claton Butcher. Forward. The leaves were beginning to fall on the campus of the University of Vermont. It was the autumn of 1972. I'd come to faith in Jesus Christ in 1968 through the ministry of Campus Crusade for Christ at the University of Missouri, and upon graduation in 1970, I joined Crusade staff and spent my first 2 years in Colorado. In the summer of 1972, I went to Vermont to open the Crusade work at the university. I was an intellectually curious young man before my conversion, and that continued to be important to my newfound faith. It was the 60s, the culture was in turmoil, movements multiplied faster than rabbits, and Timothy Leary was rumored to be dead. The winds of a multitude of ideologies swirled around college campuses, and all sorts of activists vied for student allegiance. It was critical to have intellectual leadership for the Jesus movement, and the works of such luminaries as Josh McDowell, C.S. Lewis, and F.F. Bruce helped to fill this void. Earlier that autumn day at the University of Vermont, I had engaged in a lengthy debate with Marxist radicals at their book table in the square outside the Student Union. I was new at all this, and I realized my need for more ammunition, more reflection from a Christian worldview, and more exposure to deep Christian thought. And I was painfully aware of the need for such material for the new converts who were popping up all over the country. Suddenly, I came across a group of about 10 students sitting on the lawn. From a distance, it was apparent they were having a deep, sometimes heated discussion. As I neared them, it became obvious that they were Christians. And they were all holding copies of the same book that was clearly the intellectual source of their conversation. What was the book? It was Francis Schaeffer's Escape from Reason. I immediately went to a Christian bookstore, bought and read the book, and became hooked on everything Schaeffer wrote. Schaeffer's thought, and in particular this little mental time bomb, Escape from Reason, formed the core of the reflection and marching orders for an entire generation of young Christian radicals. I was no exception. Along with Bruce's The New Testament Documents, Are They Reliable?, Lewis's Mere Christianity, and Schaeffer's other revolutionary manifesto, The God Who Is There, Escape from Reason shaped, matured, informed, inflamed, inspired, and empowered a movement whose impact is still being felt the world over.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?